primordial, to exist at or from the beginning of time. In Greek mythology, before the Olympians ascended to their thrones, and even before the Titans waged their epic wars, there existed the Protogenoi, the primeval architects of creation. They were not the rulers of the Greek Pantheon, but the very essence of it, immortal and timeless, the architects, the elemental forces that shaped the very fabric of existence from the chaos of creation. This is Pantheon Mythology, and these are the primordial deities of Greek mythology. This is Chaos, the first being to ever exist. Chaos is the blank canvas upon which the universe was painted, a swirling maelstrom of potential and possibility, devoid of gender, shape, or form. It is the ultimate source from which the elemental forces of existence spring forth, shaping the very fabric of reality. But chaos is more than just a void. It is the essence of creation itself, the eternal wellspring from which life and order emerged. And life did emerge indeed, in the form of Gaia, Tartarus, and Eros, as explained in Hesiod's Theogony. In truth, at first chaos came to be, but next wide-bosomed earth, the ever-sure foundation of all the deathless ones who hold the peaks of snowy Olympus and dim Tartarus in the depth of the wide-paved earth, and Eros, fairest among the deathless gods, who unnerves the limbs and overcomes the mind and wide counsels of all gods and all men within them. First to emerge from chaos like a superhero bursts from a phone booth was Gaia, the Earth Mother, or Mother Earth if you will, embodying the very essence of solidity and stability. She is fertile ground upon which life takes root and flourishes, the nurturing force that sustains all living beings. In the ancient Greek cosmogony, Gaia is revered as the primal deity who gave birth to the Titans, the giants, and countless other beings that populate the mythological landscape. Born from her union with Uranus, the Skyfather, the Titans became the rulers of the world before the reign of the Olympian gods. Gaia's creative influence extends beyond the Titans to encompass the vast array of creatures and phenomena in the natural world. She is the source of rivers, forests, and all manner of flora and fauna, each a testament to her boundless fertility and abundance. But Gaia is more than just a passive spectator in the unfolding drama of creation. She is an active participant, shaping the world according to her will and desires. In her quest for vengeance against Uranus for his tyranny, she conspired with her son Cronus to overthrow him, thus initiating a cosmic struggle that would shape the destiny of the Greek Pantheon. Gaia's presence permeates every corner of the natural world, from towering mountains to the depths of the oceans. She is the foundation upon which the gods and goddesses of Olympus stand, the ever-present force that binds the universe together. Following Gaia's emergence from chaos, two other primordial deities came into being, Tartarus and Eros, each playing distinct roles in the shaping of the cosmos. Murky Tartarus represented the deepest part of the underworld. It is a realm shrouded in darkness and mystery, feared by both mortals and gods alike. Tartarus served as the ultimate prison, reserved for the most nefarious sinners and enemies of the divine order. Tartarus was described as a remote and inaccessible place, situated far below the Earth's surface and even deeper than Hades, the ruler of the underworld. It was said to be unreachable by mortals, surrounded by a bronze wall with iron gates that sealed its entrance. Legend spoke of Tartarus being further isolated from the rest of creation by the river Phlegethon, creating a barrier that few could breach. Inhabited by grim gods associated with the underworld, including Nyx, night, Hemera, day, Hypnos, sleep, and Thanatos, death, Tartarus was a place of eternal torment and suffering. It was the destination for defeated foes of the gods, from Uranus imprisoning his own children to Zeus casting down the Titans. Tartarus was also home to monstrous creatures and sinners like Tantalus, Sisyphus, and Ixion, each subjected to their own eternal punishment for their heinous deeds. Tartarus symbolized the consequences of defying the divine order and the eternal struggle between order and chaos in the cosmos. It served as a reminder of the boundaries set by the gods and the punishment awaiting those who dared to challenge their authority. Eros, on the other hand, a radiant and beautiful deity, emerges as the personification of love and desire in Greek mythology. Often depicted as a youthful figure adorned with wings and armed with a bow and arrows, Eros possesses the power to ignite passion and stir the hearts of both gods and mortals alike. His influence extends beyond mere physical attraction, encompassing the broader spectrum of love in all its forms, from romantic love to familial affection. In Hesiod's Theogony, Eros is described as fairest among the deathless gods, emphasizing his irresistible charms and the ability to sway even the mightiest of beings. As the divine force that binds together the fabric of existence, Eros inspires harmony and unity among the gods and mortals of the Greek Pantheon. He is revered as the driving force behind the perpetuation of life and the propagation of the cosmos. He represents the universal longing for connection and intimacy, guiding mortals and immortals alike along the intricate paths of love and longing. After all, we can't reproduce without a little love and longing, right? Following Tartarus and Eros, two more primordial entities emerged, as told by Hesiod. In truth, at first chaos came to be, but next wide-bosomed earth, the ever-sure foundation of all the deathless ones who hold the peaks of snowy Olympus and dim Tartarus in the depth of wide-paved earth, and Eros, love, the fairest among the deathless gods, who unnerves the limbs and overcomes the mind and wise counsels of all gods and all men within them. From chaos came forth Erebus and Black Night. Erebus was the embodiment of primordial darkness. He emerged as the eternal gloom that veiled the cosmos before the dawn of light and day. Representing more than a mere absence of light, he was the essence of shadow, concealing the mysteries of the universe and shrouding all things in obscurity. Erebus, beyond being a deity, also denoted a distinct realm within the underworld. Known as Erebus, this domain served as the initial destination for departed souls upon their demise. It marked the inaugural phase of the afterlife, characterized by its enigmatic darkness and veiled mysteries, where souls commenced their voyage towards their ultimate resting place. Nyx, the goddess of the night, who emerged alongside Erebus, casting the world into a profound darkness during the nocturnal hours. She was a formidable deity, a figure of beauty and power, so powerful in fact that she was feared by even the mighty Zeus, often depicted as a winged goddess or a veiled woman traversing the sky in her chariot, draping the earth in her cloak of night. Nyx's influence extended far and wide, enveloping the world in darkness each night and allowing nocturnal creatures to roam freely. She was believed to have birthed numerous powerful beings, some alone, while others with a helping hand from Erebus, including our next generation of primordial deities, Aether and Hemera. Aether, the god of the upper atmosphere and heavenly light, embodies the pure, luminous air, breathable only by the gods, transcending the earthly realm. He is the personification of the bright, clear sky that stretches infinitely above, untouched by the chaos and darkness below. Aether's realm encompasses the celestial spheres, where the stars, planets, and constellations reside, illuminating the night with their radiant beauty. As the divine embodiment of light and purity, Aether symbolizes the transcendence of the mortal world and the eternal brilliance of the heavens. Hemera, the goddess of day, is the counterpart to her brother Aether, representing the diurnal cycle and the dawn of each new day. She emerges from the relationship between Nyx and Erebus to usher in the light and warmth of the sun, dispelling the darkness of night and heralding the beginning of a new dawn. Hemera's presence brings vitality and energy to the world, awakening nature from its nocturnal slumber and illuminating the earth with her radiant glow. She is the embodiment of vitality, growth, and renewal, guiding the world through the cyclical rhythms of the day and night. Meanwhile, Gaia had her own set of offspring cooking in the oven, the third generation of the Protogenoi. The Uros, ancient deities embodying the essence of mountains, emerged from Gaia, the earth goddess, during the dawn of creation in Greek mythology. Unlike their fellow primordial beings, the Uros lacked a distinct mythology. They were regarded simply as elemental aspects of the landscape, devoid of intricate narratives or divine tales. These mountain deities personified the rugged and majestic terrain, representing the primal forces that shaped the Earth's towering peaks and rocky landscapes. While they played a significant role in the physical formation of the world, their existence was often overshadowed by the more prominent figures of Greek mythology. Despite their lack of elaborate stories, the Uros remained essential components of the natural world, embodying the enduring power and grandeur of the Earth's mountainous regions. Pontis embodied the vast and tumultuous sea. However, he was more than a mere god of the sea. He symbolized the essence of the ocean itself. He was the ocean. Described by Hesiod as the fruitless deep with his raging swell, Pontis exemplified the untamed and expansive nature of the sea. Together with Gaia, Pontis played a pivotal role in fathering the earliest sea deities, shaping the Pantheon of Greek mythology. Meet Uranus. Known as Father Sky in Greek mythology, was not only the personification of the heavens but also a significant figure in the Pantheon, initially ruling over the known universe. He emerged as the offspring of Gaia, the primordial goddess of the earth, who conceived him alone to be her equal and to provide a shelter for the gods. This union between Uranus and Gaia formed the primordial couple, laying the groundwork for the subsequent generations of gods and goddesses in Greek mythology. Despite his esteemed position, Uranus was characterized by his cruelty and tyranny as a husband and father. He fathered numerous children with Gaia, including the Cyclopes, Hecatoncheires, and the Titans, but upon their birth, he chose to imprison them within her womb, preventing them from seeing the light of day and experiencing the world outside. This act of confinement inflicted great sorrow upon Gaia, who groaned with pain and grief over the fate of her children. Driven by her anguish and desire for liberation, Gaia devised a plan to overthrow Uranus and free her offspring from their imprisonment. She crafted an adamantine sickle and implored her children to rise against their oppressive father. Among them, Cronus, the youngest of the 12 Titans, heeded his mother's call and accepted the challenge. With Gaia's guidance, Cronus concealed himself in ambush, waiting for Uranus to approach Gaia once again. When Uranus descended upon her, Cronus emerged from hiding and swiftly castrated his father with the adamantine sickle, an act of defiance that marked the end of Uranus's reign and the beginning of a new era in Greek mythology. The castration of Uranus liberated his children from their confinement within Gaia's womb, allowing them to emerge into the world and claim their rightful place among the gods and goddesses. This pivotal event also paved the way for Cronus to ascend as the ruler of gods and men, shaping the course of Greek mythology and the divine hierarchy for generations to come. While the primordial deities may not reside in the spotlight like the subsequent generations of gods, and many of them weren't even objects of worship, these ancient beings embodied the very essence of existence itself. They represented the fundamental forces and physical foundations of the world, shaping the very fabric of reality. It is through their creations and enduring influence that the rich tapestry of Greek mythology has captivated humanity for centuries, offering a glimpse into the profound mysteries of the cosmos and the timeless narratives that continue to resonate with us today. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Also, check out Pantheon Apparel for some godlike clothing. It supports the channel directly and you'll look like a sexy beast, like these guys. We ship worldwide and are rated excellent on Trustpilot. Links in the description. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.